Hi everyone, it's Miss Kate.
And Miss Hazel.
Today we're going to do something that we always love to do. One is we're going to do some painting using watercolor, and two, you're going to make some of your own watercolors. We've already made ours here, but actually you don't really. If you have, you could use anything, but we just think it's fun to make watercolors. So if you make them and you have, so we used old markers, old watercolor markers that seem like they're all dried up, but we turn them upside down into water and then we have this beautiful color.
We have a video about it.
Yeah, you could go back and look. It's way back in the first videos that we did. But that's what we're using today for most of this, and then use tempera for the flowers. So what we're doing is we're painting the whole thing with watercolor, putting plastic wrap on it to give it some texture like this, so you can see it's all sort of interesting in the way it looks around there.
Like cloud formation.
Yeah, kind of clouds. Almost like, I thought sort of looked like there was a little bit of a mountain back there too, but I didn't highlight it. And then I came back and I added a field of flowers to celebrate spring. I was driving home recently from Santa Cruz back up to Alameda, and we passed by these fields full of yellow flowers. I think it was mustard. And people were getting out of their cars to go take pictures in it. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this though. So I took a piece of paper like this, and then I...
what kind of paper, Miss Kate?
This paper is, now this, I have paint on this. This paper is some construction paper. You could use watercolor paper if you wanted. You could use kind of anything. I'm going to switch brushes since I just put that in paint.
Do you see one? There's
one right here.
Okay.
There's a big fat one right here. That's perfect. I'm going to get my page wet using some clean water. I'm just going to brush that and get, not super wet, but just to help the paint move when I put the plastic wrap on. So I'm doing this. And then
invisible painting.
Yeah, look, it's just clear, watery. And now it's kind of wrinkly because it's all watery. If you want, you could tape your paper down to the table. I did not do that, but you could do that. Oh, the problem with the fat one is that now that won't fit in. But I'm just going to add as much paint as I can. Gosh, I'm really having trouble. To the sky here. But I'm using this funny brush and making it a little bit difficult for myself. So I'm just going to get this all covered in paint all the way across. And I'm going to add my field of green down to the bottom. I'm not even going to clean my brush. I'm just really going to dip it right in there and add the green.
Oh, I like that green.
I know, it's pretty, isn't it? You never know what you're going to get when you're using those markers. Sometimes, the markers aren't all the same brand, or they're not all the exact same color, but I just put all the green in with green, and then there you have it. So I'm leaving some nice pools of paint down here at the bottom, and there's lots of pools in the green and the blue in the sky. And then I'm going to take my piece of plastic, which I already cut up, and I'm just going to smush it right on here. Kind of crinkle it up because you want some of those wrinkles so that it gives you some good texture. Get all the way to the end. And the nice thing about this too is that when you're done, so I'm going to show you when I pull off the other one, you could save the plastic for next time. You don't have to throw the plastic away and waste that. So this is what it looks like now, but I have to let it dry the whole way in order for this to work. So here's the one I did earlier. Hopefully it's pretty dry. And so remember how dark and blue that was? Now look at this.
That's kind of crazy.
So you can see, it's not actually all the way dry, but you can see some, like it looks like a little bit of a cloud here. There's some different marks down here. It's kind of fun, huh? Now you could do anything you wanted with this piece of paper. You could, I told you I was going to save it. You could use it to paint really anything. It doesn't have to be a field of flowers, but that's what we were doing because we were getting ready for spring. So over here, I have my paints all ready to go. The interesting thing also when you paint is these flowers are way in the back of the field. So if you're going by a field, they'll just look like small little dots of colors. But up close, you see the flowers. That's called perspective, in case you ever want to know. So I'm just going to dip it in the red right now and just draw some dots around the back side for my painting. For the field, the flowers in the far distance. And then I will switch colors I'm just using colors that we had here. Also, just saying you can use any color you want. And I'll just add lots of dots. And then I'll come back later and maybe add some more too. If I look and I think there needs to have more back there. But then I can switch to the front and start drawing my beautiful flowers up in the front, which will be bigger. This I'm just going to do some circles.
That's the fun about being an artist. You decide when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you go back.
Go back
Famous
later, add some
painters.
more.
Yeah, they could work on a piece for months or years
Yes,
even.
that's true. I'm going to add a little bit of greenery. So I could just like do a bunch of lines, like just like this, and then add the flowers at the end. Or I can do the flowers first. Either way. I might add a little bit of grass because that is what you'd see as you were coming up on a field. So I'm going to keep working on this because I think it's going to take me a little bit of time. But this is what I ended up with the first time I did it. You can see I actually put some of the blue down at the bottom too and gave it some like a pondy area down here too, maybe a marsh. I was just having fun with paint that day. But I'm going to keep working on this. And when you're done with your paintings, would you please have a parent take a picture and post it to Instagram? You can hashtag Alameda Arts Fun so that we can see it because Miss Hazel and I love seeing your work. And hope you come back soon and visit us. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.
Bye. Friends.